Hello there. Well, today we're going to paint in a wood called Ansers wood, and we park at a car park called Cadman's Pool. Now it's a very hot day, but these woods can be very cool. That's really why we're going to paint in this wood. We're going to find a tree which we call Ansers oak, and it's one of the big trees in this wood. Now Barry, he knows where all these trees are because he's painting them all the time. Now we just come across here a really interesting sculpture really of a tree. It's lost all its bark, it looks as though it's quite dead, but it is really interesting. These woods are full of interesting things. Now here's a big tree that's come down, and there's some holly that was growing upright, and now it's decided to grow another way. But they're all very interesting, these root plates. You can't help but have a look at them. There's a lot of beech and oak in this wood, but we're looking for all sorts of things, because when you go to paint you look for other things as well, like this holly with this great big bulge. Trees that are left to nature will form all these interesting shapes. Now to get to this oak, the Ansers oak, we have to cross a little stream called the Dawkins water. Well, it usually does dry up a little bit in very dry summers, but it's happening all the time now. There's just a few pools. I'm afraid a lot of this it's to do with climate change. The forest is definitely getting drier. In my youth, you just never went out in the forest without Wellington boots, winter or summer, because it is it's supposed to be a European wetland. But you can see this ford is as dry as a bone. Anyway, here is the Ansers oak. It's a very squat tree. Not very big and tall, but you'll see those are holly, two holly trees actually growing out of the sides of the oak. I think it's a very old tree. It can live a long time because it's not got a lot of branches above, so it's probably well over 400 years old. You can see that gives you a rough idea of the size. Now Barry is a very experienced outdoor painter. He's doing watercolours today like I am, and believe it or not, even though it's roasting in the sun, it's really quite cool in here. There's a really nice cool breeze, and we look a bit overdressed, but we actually are very comfortable. Now the paintings we're doing are not really commercial paintings. They're just really just for our reference, and I've got my little portable watercolour set there that I take with me. It's very light. In the summer, watercolours are ideal really. In the winter we probably wouldn't do so many watercolours, it would be oil. There's the tree, squat little thing, but it's got some character. Now Barry's nearly finished his, and it's coming on nicely. That is my effort. I can see a face in that tree, but a lot of these trees have got such interesting shapes. Now there's Barry's finished work. It's a really nice painting. Anyway, we're off back to the car park, and as we go we will still be looking for things, and you'll see a big tree that's fallen down in a minute, and it has got an enormous root plate. I don't think I've seen one quite as big as that. That must be at least 15 maybe 20 feet high. It's a big beech, and it's just fallen not long ago, but they do fall. It's quite natural. You can see the roots don't go very far into the ground, but these massive beeches around all have the same root system. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. If you have, please click a like and maybe subscribe. Goodbye.